today's webinar. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. So Victoria, tell us who you are, where you're from and what your prize is today, please.
Hi everybody, it's Victoria from Paradise Promotions in rainy London, but I'm going to take you over to sunny Jamaica, to S Hotel and Spanish Court. And my prize today is a £50 Amazon gift card.
Super, thank you very much.
I'm Donovan Donaldson from Jamaica. I'm joined today by Maxine, who will also be on with us. And we're going to give you a quick update on Destination Jamaica. And our prize will be for £50 voucher on the Jamaica Rewards site.
Super, thank you very much. We've also got Renata, who's joining us at the moment from Grenada. Is it sunny, Renata?
It is very sunny here today. We have a lovely blue skies. So I'm Renata from True Blue Bay Resort. I'll be just giving you a quick presentation on our resort. I'll have to let you know what our prize is today because Jade, who is our rep, usually comes in and does this. So when I later on, I'll ask.
It's $50 or £50 or $60 or euros, depending on where in the world you are.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Super, thank you. And we've also got Stephen. Stephen, hello.
Hi there. Hello, everyone. I'm Stephen Smith. I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager for the Tobago Tourism Agency. I'm actually based over here in sunny London. No, not quite sunny. Not quite this sunny. So yes, I'm going to be giving you a nice little rundown on the beautiful island of Tobago. My prize is a Tobago gift box. But obviously, if you are based in the States, I will alter that to a prize dollar amount, because obviously shipping it to the States is a little bit awkward. Okay, thank you.
Okay, super amazing. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to kickstart the webinar today. We're in Jamaica. I'm going to hand over to Donovan and Maxine, who are going to transport us and tell us all the sunny, amazing things that's happening in Jamaica. Donovan, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. So welcome to Jamaica, everybody, and hope you find the presentation useful. And if you need any information, do ask questions at the end. When it's a bit too fast here. Okay, so I'm Donovan Donaldson. I'm the Business Development Officer for the UK. I cover the Southern UK. We have Torrance, who is the District Sales Manager, and Shanika, who many of you know. She's currently on mat leave, but we are joined by Maxine, who will be here with us, and she'll be assisting us. Okay, top Caribbean destination in the UK. Many people do not realize that Jamaica has finally achieved what we've been working for, and we are currently the top Caribbean destination in the UK. So get accustomed to seeing this everywhere. So some quick facts on Jamaica. We're situated in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. Beautiful, we call ourselves a gem of the Caribbean. We are south of Cuba, west of Hispaniola, and we are completely surrounded by the Caribbean Sea. Some quick facts about Jamaica, of course. We are roughly the size of Northern Ireland, of just over 11,000 square kilometers. Our capital city is Kingston. We have a population of almost 3 million people. We speak English, it's our official language. We enjoy a tropical temperature with 27 degrees on average year round. We are most known for athletes, agriculture, mining, tourism, of course, or Blue Mountain Coffee, Bob Marley or bobsled team, and I could go on and on. Getting to Jamaica, extremely easy. We have direct service on British Airways from London Gatwick into Kingston, Virgin Atlantic from Heathrow into Montego Bay, and TUI offers services from London Gatwick, Birmingham, and Manchester into Montego Bay. So let's jump into Destination Jamaica and why it is the top Caribbean destination for the UK. We offer warm weather and year-round sunshine. Our product is very diverse. We have a vibrant culture, natural beauty around, air connectivity from major markets, including the UK, really good infrastructure, and continually innovative in what we have to offer. In terms of accommodation, we offer a very diverse product, ranging from all-inclusive resorts to tea hotels, villas, apartments, high-end luxury, and we satisfy even the most discerning of clients. Of course, today we're going to hear a little bit more about two of the properties, S Hotel, which is in Montego Bay, and Spanish Court, which is in Destination Kingston. We have 6 distinct resort areas on the island. Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, and Kingston. Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, and Negril are the larger resort areas, while Kingston, Port Antonio, and the South Coast is what we would call our smaller resort areas. Showing a map of the destination here, of course, we have the Sansa International Airport to the northeast and Norman Manley to the southeast, but we also have another international airport called the Ian Fleming International Airport, and that is just outside of Ocho Rios. Unfortunately, we don't accept flights from the UK at this time, but flights from the UK go into Sansa International or the Norman Manley International Airport. So Negril, Montego Bay, and Ocho Rios are the main resort areas. Now in Jamaica, we have lots of attractions. We currently have over 170 attractions available for our guests, and of course, anybody who wants to can enjoy. So over 170 attractions available. So a quick look on Montego Bay. It's the home of Reggae Sumfest, Doctor's Cave Beach, Croydon and Hilton Plantations, and you have the Hip Strip where you have the bars, game lounges, restaurants right there in Montego Bay. It's also home to the Luminous Lagoon. We have 4 championship golf courses, lots of history in the Rose Hall and the Greenwood Great Houses, Martha Bray rafting, large variety of hotels, and of course,
Jimmy pulled the right to the hand down the Martha Bray.
This is my beautiful island of Jamaica. You can look and see the lush vegetation. The river raft tour takes about 90 minutes from top to the bottom. Watch the river glides along and you just cool off. You can listen to the sounds of the birds while they sing. It is very relaxing. Making a trip on the Martha Bray is the best trip you can ever have.
Please come again someday.
of course, we invite you to come back to Jamaica. The next destination we're going to look at is perhaps my favorite resort on the island, and it is Ocho Rios. Why I like Ocho Rios, there's lots to do, over 35 attractions in a 10-mile radius. Ocho Rios is known famously for its Duns River Falls, a 600-foot waterfall, pictured here. It cascades right down to the beach. The Coyaba Gardens, lots of water sports, Dolphin Cove and Mystic Mountain, where you can go bobsledding, lots of craft and duty-free shopping available. Obviously, the 9 miles where Bob Marley is buried, you can go and visit there. And it's home to literary greats of Ian Fleming and Noel Coward. Lots to do at Mystic Mountains. You can do the Sky Explorer, zip lining, bobsledding, rock climbing, ATV riding, and of course the Ragamuffin. It says coming soon, but it is actually in place and there. as you can see, our trails is lots of fun. We head west to Negril, the third of the larger resort areas, and Negril is known for its beach. Its famous 7 Mile beach, wide range of accommodation on the beach. Of course, Rick's Cafe is a must. Great place for sunset viewing and having some sundowners. And of course, home to the Reggae Marathon and quite a lot of other events throughout the year. So very relaxed atmosphere in Kingston. Quickly, just to speak about Kingston, of course, it's the capital of the island. Lots of history, lots of theaters, playhouses, a gastronomy hub with lots of places to enjoy, or Blue Mountain Coffee, you can get Devon House. Of course, lots of gardens available, bird watching trails, and the gateway to the Blue Mountains. Port Antonio to the east, it's world famous. It's a home of dark cuisine. It has a Frenchman's Cove beach, lots of waterfalls, the world famous Blue Lagoon, the Errol Flynn Marina, and of course, surfing and rafting is also available in Port Antonio. On the south coast, its historic towns of Black River and Mandeville are available. Treasure Beach, lovely spas in the area, Milk River and Bath, the Wise Falls, and of course, Appleton Estate Rum Distillery, one of the things which you cannot miss if South Coast. So come back to loving. We have actually launched a new campaign and it's all about coming back. So come back to loving, and we want to speak very quickly on weddings. It's quite easy to get married in Jamaica. You do not require blood tests. However, the following is required. You can get married within 24 hours, but then again, who wants to get married after 24 hours of arriving? But documentation needed, proof of citizenship, certified copy of your birth certificate, parents' consent if under 18 years old, proof of divorce if applicable, certified copy of death certificate for a widow or widower, and a processing fee is approximately US $50. Of course, your wedding coordinators in resorts would probably have this all done for you before you get there. On social media, we're on Twitter at JTBUK, or Instagram is Visit Jamaica, Facebook.com/Visit Jamaica, or Facebook.com/Jamaica Tourist Board UK. We have a training and rewards program. There you can learn about Jamaica, become a Jamaica travel specialist, and of course, earn from your bookings. It is called the Jamaica Rewards. It's jamaicarewards.co.uk. And the very good thing about this site, you can learn about Jamaica, but we also have an option where you have one-on-ones. And if you are a bit shy in forums like this, you can contact us by clicking on the one-on-one, put your inquiry in, and we will come back to you and have a meeting with you, whether in person or a simple telephone call. We also have Jamaica fam trips where you can register your interest in joining a Jamaica fam trip. As I mentioned earlier, we've launched our new campaign, Come Back. And if you need any of the material, we can send it to you, and it's all branded with Jamaica, and of course, Come Back too. Whether it's craving, breathtaking, romance, playful adventures.
What the world needs now is more than a vacation. We need to come back to feeling our best selves again. Back to inviting. Back to loving. Back to life. Back to the little bit of Jamaica that's inside all of us. Come back to being lively again. Back to laid back. Back to romantic. Come back to the vibe that comes alive in Jamaica.
And of course, I'd like to end by inviting you to come back to the vibe that comes alive in Jamaica. Thank you very much.
Super, thank you very much, Donovan. So we're now going to hand over to Victoria, who's going to tell us about her 2 fantastic hotels in Jamaica. Over to you, Vic.
Cool, thank you so much. Right, I'm just going to share my screen. I've just got a little bit of Jamaican music on in the background to get us, keep that vibe going. Thank you so much, Donovan, for setting the scene. That was fabulous. Right, let me just turn that off for a second. So, hi everybody and welcome. So before I start, I wanted to show you, this is a book that the owner of S Hotel and Spanish Court wrote. So he's Jamaican and he's very passionate about Jamaica. Now, before I try and pronounce this, I'm going to apologize to all the Jamaicans on the call. But this is a book that he wrote about how to speak Jamaican. And I've picked out one of the words in the book, which will make a bit more sense as I go through the presentation. But I think you pronounce this Irie, as in it Irie. So it's okay, it's first class, or that it's excellent. So this is kind of something that we're going to come back to, but I'm going to try and get some more copies of the book. So if anyone's heading to Jamaica and you'd like to learn how to speak Jamaican, then I can send you a copy of the book, How to Speak Jamaican. It's actually a really, really good read. So we're going to go through the presentation. And first of all, the S Hotel is in Montego Bay. So we're literally 5 minutes from the airport. Now, Montego Bay has some fabulous properties, but they're big, big hotels with like 300 or 400 rooms. So we're only 120 suites, rooms and suites. So we do consider ourselves to be a boutique hotel. We're all inclusive and we're adults only, so age 16 and above. Another USP for you is that we're a member of Small Luxury Hotels of the World. So you can see on the screen now the picture of the pool area and the hotel building. So it's very kind of Miami in feel. And because our owner is Jamaican and very passionate about his heritage, there is a lot of Jamaican heritage throughout the property. And he's also an avid car dealer, or sorry, car fan. So he collects a lot of cars. So outside the front of S Hotel, we have the replica of Audrey Hepburn's car. And we also have the replica of Bob Marley's Jeep as well. And then, as I mentioned about the heritage, so we have on every level by the lift and also downstairs in the spa, there are these life-size models of Jamaican heroes. Jamaicans are so passionate about Jamaica, and they've had so many fabulous people throughout their history, from Louisa Bennett, who brought back the patois and got everyone speaking in patois again. Obviously we know Bob Marley and some of the sports personalities, but there are so many people of history of heroes in Jamaica that you won't know about, but when you go to S Hotel you can literally stand next to all of them and read all about them, which is fabulous. So when we look at the rooms, we have like a full range of rooms. Now, one of the USPs I wanted you to take away, we have a lead-in room category, which is called our mini king room, but we wouldn't recommend that you book a client into the mini king room if they're staying for longer than maybe 5 nights, because it's a small room and it doesn't have a view of the ocean. So really for clients, look to the Ocean View double deluxe rooms and upwards. Then we have our Ocean View junior suites, we have our Sky Club suites and 1 presidential suite, but all of those rooms are huge. We've got fabulous bathrooms, which we just won an award for, with a soaking tub. They all look out over the Caribbean Sea. They've all got either a balcony area, or if you're on the ground floor, you have your own private area outside. And they really are very, very special rooms. And then when we look at the food, we have some fabulous restaurants. So on the screen now, you can see the marketplace, which is where you have breakfast. There's actually an outdoor area to eat there as well. But we have our Rocksteady, which is open for dinner, Rocksteady restaurant. Then we also have Jam Rock, which is located on the 5th floor. So I think the next slide, yeah. So this is the Roots Rock restaurant, which is a new restaurant, which is fabulous. So they've got loads of flavors of Jamaica running right the way through the food. The fine dining restaurant, you can eat at 7 nights a week if you wanted to. There's no supplement except obviously for steak and lobster and champagne. And we have a lot of music throughout the whole property. So we have a DJ around the pool all day. We have a live either saxophonist or pianist in the fine dining restaurant every evening. And then when he would finish, we have a live band and they have fire pits around the pool again. So there's a real music vibe throughout the property. And then we are on Dr. Cave Beach, which I know Donovan mentioned. It is probably the best beach in the Montego Bay area. Was made famous by a British doctor who would come and go into the cave and find kind of things that he would turn into medicine, and then more doctors came. So that's where the name of the beach came from, Dr. Cave Beach. And it is really soft sand. It's beautifully warm Caribbean Sea. And you can see at the edge here where there are some sun loungers. That's kind of an area that the hotel use exclusively for our guests. We have waiter service on the beach and we have direct access to the beach. So as an all-inclusive hotel, you can expect to be able to come out and sit down and order drinks from Dr. Cave itself. They provide the food and drinks and beverage, but it's perfect for our guests. And it's really, really easy to go and sit on the beach if you're not around the amazing pool, which is absolutely stunning. I think it's kind of got a bit of a Love Island vibe with those lovely day beds around the pool. And then if you are staying in the Sky Club suites, you have unlimited access 24 hours a day to the Sky Lounge, which you can see on the screen now, which has this beautiful pool area which overlooks the beach and the other pool. And then if you're not staying in the Sky Club Spa Suite, that's a bit of a tongue twister. If you're not staying in that room category, you can come up to the Sky Club, but you have, I think from 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you have a window where you can come up. But it is an amazing place for photos. It's very Instagrammable. So then we have our fitness and spa area. So we have a range of spa treatment rooms, nail bar, hair salon, fabulous gym. It's got all the equipment that you would need. And we also have, and this is where that beginning introduction comes back in, the Iris Spa and Bath. So you can see on the screen now, the lady that's walking out, they're kind of hot springs. Then they've been built underneath the hotel. And there are 3 of them. I don't know if you can see on the image, there are 3 different temperatures. So once you've had your treatments in the spa, you can come out and you can spend some time here and enjoy going in all the different spa areas. And that's really kind of holistic as well. Now we have great meetings and events. So if you did have clients that wanted to do a wedding, for small groups from maybe anything from 2 to 10, we're perfect for weddings or meetings. So that's something to bear in mind as well. We also have our activities director, Andre, and he can arrange for your guests anything that they might like to do, like yoga, water aerobics, coffee tasting, rum tasting, cookery lessons. So he really is amazing and he's on hand. And he's also asked me to let you all know, if you have clients coming in, he would really love to VIP them for you, and he would put something in the room and we can put a note on it from yourselves as well. So if you do make a booking, please do email me and let me know, and Andre would love to sort that out for you. Just to let you know as well, in terms of location, we are right in the heart of the hit strip of Montego Bay. So you can walk out to a range of different bars, restaurants, cafes, shops, and it's a really great area. And if you go out late and you come back, we've got our 24-hour cafe, so you can always come in and have a cup of coffee and just chill out in the cafe area. In terms of offers, we have a fabulous offer at the moment, which is stay longer and save. So if you're doing a 7-night booking, you would get the 7th night free. I will follow up and send full details of that as well. In terms of how to book, you can book directly with the hotel and they will pay you commission. You can book through Gold Medal, so Yalago, as well. So Donata, we work with. We are in the process of, at the moment, of signing up with some of the luxury operators. So Azure, you could book through, Carib Tours, some of those operators as well. So if you need any introductions, just please let me know and I would be happy to send that over to you. And then we've also just wanted to highlight that we win a lot of awards. So if you do book your clients, you've got that real comfort that S Hotel was voted within the top 10 resorts in the Caribbean and the #1 hotel in Montego Bay. So it really is a fabulous property if you're looking for somewhere that has fabulous service, a great location, and a really authentic experience in the area. And then I very quickly want to take you up into Kingston. I know that Donovan mentioned Kingston, and I was lucky enough last October to go to Kingston, and I had a couple of days there. I did the Bob Marley experience. I went up to do the Blue Mountain Coffee experience, and I went to Devon House. I walked around the park on my own with an ice cream, and it was just the most amazing vibe. So I would really recommend it. We are looking to do a twin center, so we'll have a package where you can come to Montego Bay and then you can drive up to Kingston or have a driver. It took me about 2 hours in a car on that road to get from Montego Bay to Kingston. I understand I was quite lucky with the traffic and maybe the timing, but I think so, you know, it doesn't have to be a long, arduous drive. So the hotel in Kingston is more of a city hotel. It's more of a city vibe, but again, it's a member of Small Luxury Hotels of the World. So just going through some pictures at the moment. So similar style in the room, but more of a city vibe. We've got this fabulous pool area at the back. And again, it's got those lovely red day beds. There's music, there's a DJ, there's a bar. And when I was there, I just sat out with my laptop and did some emails, but I could really just sit and people watch and watch the people come and go. It's such a lovely little sun trap as well, and almost like sitting in a private garden area. So I'll just show you a little video that I did when I was there on my phone. So really nice place just to sit and relax. And then there's another pool at the front. So you don't swim in this pool. They actually have floating fire pits in there, but so many people in Jamaica are amazing singers, and they have live music at this hotel every night. They have a band comes and plays, and loads of Jamaicans come. They dress up, they come out for drinks and dinner. And I made a really good friend when I was in Jamaica who was also staying at the hotel, and she came from her hotel and met me, and we had drinks out here and the terrace, and it was just amazing. So I do really recommend that you visit Kingston, or you suggest to your clients that they visit Kingston if they're going to Jamaica. So I feel like I've rushed a little bit to get through everything. I hope I haven't gone over my time, but I'm going to pass back now to Sarah, and she can carry on with the webinar.
Super, thank you very much. Everybody was loving your book, so you'll get a few requests for a book, I would imagine.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Super, brilliant. Thank you very much, Victoria. And it looks like a really sort of different style hotel, which is great. We're now moving on to a family hotel. Renata, this is your baby.
Hi everyone again. Yes, my family does run True Blue Bay Resort. I'm the marketing manager. My older sister is a directing manager, and then my parents do a little bit of everything around the resort, whatever you ask them to. If they need a toilet unplugged, they're there for you. So first I'm going to show you a quick video about our resort, and then I'll move on to our presentation. Oh, is this the right? Sorry, wrong screen. Oh yeah. Not sharing the right screen. Sorry. Okay, one more time. Are you guys seeing the Zoom screen or the video screen?
I'm just waiting for it to come up. I'm seeing the video.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that was our resort. Let me bring up our presentation. All right. Are we seeing the presentation now? Yes, I think
Yep.
so. Okay, so welcome to True Blue Bay Resort. We are located in the small island of Grenada. Grenada actually consists of 3 islands, if you didn't know. There's Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So you can actually go island hopping within one country. We are a boutique destination. We're a very small island, 134 square miles, and a population of 112 people. We have our capital town of St. George's, which you can see on the top right. And we're also nicknamed the Isle of Spice. I like to also throw in there that we're the chocolate capital of the Caribbean because we have 7 chocolate factories, which is the most per capita in the world of chocolate factories. A bit about our resort. We are family owned and operated, as I mentioned before. Oh, I didn't mention also my niece. She is the kid manager. Can't forget her. If you ever visit, you will definitely meet her. She loves hosting people. We have friendly, welcoming staff. We are a climate smart resort. So we try to contribute back to the country wherever we can, or not take anything from the country. We're located in the south of the island, so about 5-minute drive from the airport, and where there's a lot of shopping, restaurants, and other activities that you can do. Next slide. A few of our green initiatives. We are green leaders on TripAdvisor. We have solar powered water heating. We also are partially solar generated, 30%, planning to bring that up soon. We have a 0 styrofoam and plastic bag tolerance on property. We do in-room recycling. We have eco-friendly appliances. And we're also a community player. So we try to give back to all the schools, communities, and libraries on the island. And we also do Pack for a Purpose program. We also have an electric beach shuttle, which I'll talk more about later. So about our rooms, there's something for every budget. So we have our True Blue style rooms, which are our standard rooms. You can see an example of that on the bottom right. Sorry, I hope that's not blocking the screen. On the bottom right, our Cocoa Pod rooms, which are like our deluxe standard, they're a little bit nicer and bigger than our regular standard rooms, which you'll see on the top left. Those are our Cocoa Pod rooms. These rooms are our most climate smart rooms. They were finished in 2019, so we were able to incorporate in them all the latest technology, including, insulation, the energy efficient, all energy efficient appliances, including the fan, the AC, the stove tops, energy efficient water efficient appliances, which we'll soon hopefully have in the entire hotel. And then we have our suites. So our suites, an example is on the bottom left. You'll see our waterfront suite, which looks right out onto the beautiful blue ocean. We have about 10 of these rooms that they're perfect. They're 2 stories. So you have your living room, dining room downstairs, and then you have your bedroom, bathroom upstairs. They're perfect for small families. And then we have our villas. So our villas are like our luxury rooms. There's 2 bedrooms there. You can see on the top right, that's the upstairs of the villa. So the villas are also 2 stories. Upstairs, you have your full kitchen, dining room, living room area. And then there's also your own private plunge pool. This room also has 2 en-suites for the bedrooms. All right, so a bit more about our climate smart rooms. They all have king or single beds, kitchenettes. All of our rooms also have kitchen or kitchenettes, coffee makers, toasters, kettle, stove top, fridge, microwave. And then the bathrooms also have hair dryers, shower amenities, shaving plugs, and rain shower heads and solar water heaters. Bit more pictures of our rooms. This is actually our Cocoa Pod suite. So the Cocoa Pods also come in suite form, which is the same as the waterfronts, where you'll have your bedroom, bathroom upstairs, and then kitchen, living room. And actually these ones have an extra bathroom downstairs. And this is the living room area on the bottom left of the Cocoa Pods. And there you can see on the top left our Grenada sign pool, which is a very popular pool for pictures. A few more photos of our True Blue style rooms. We do have about 3 different style of True Blue style rooms. These are standard rooms. So on the right, you can see our indigo room. And then on the bottom left, you'll see our Bayview room. And then our suites. So you can see a bit better on the top right, the view from our waterfront suite right onto the ocean. You're looking at all the lovely yachts in the bay. These rooms are 2 or 3 stories high, as you know, they're piled on top of each other. And then on the bottom left, we have our tower suite. So this is more of a studio style suite, and it has its own private viewing tower that you can go up through a spiral staircase. And it's super lovely up there, very romantic. And then our villas. So there you can see the private plunge pool on the bottom right, a bit better the kitchen and dining area on the top right. And then we have the guest room on the top left and the master bedroom on the bottom left. So at our resort, we actually have 4 swimming pools, each of them very different. You can see them all here. So on the top left, we have our Bayview pool. This is, I like to call it the more quiet pool. So if you're looking for a quiet time just to relax, go in the pool every now and then, this is the pool for you. Then on the top right, we have our lap pool. You'll see people swimming laps in here all the time. It's quite long and narrow pool and quite deep, besides the little shallow bit that you see the girl doing her little pose on. And then on the bottom left, we have our beach pool. This is the most popular pool, definitely. It's sands going into the pool area, and then there's also a little pool bar to the right of this pool, and that tends to get quite action-packed. And then on the bottom right, we have our Grenada sign pool, which is more like a shallow pool, really good for kids. It has quite a big shallow area. Definitely not a diving or swimming lap pool, just kind of a chill pool. This is a little map of our resort. If you like, I can send this to you along with the video I showed earlier, so you can have a better idea of where everything is, and everything is also labeled on the map. So our restaurant, Dodgy Duck. We have different theme nights every night at Dodgy Duck. So on Monday, we have beer and pizza. Because it is our only restaurant on the property, we do like to mix it up with the theme nights. So on Monday, we have beer and pizza. Tuesday is Grenadian night. Wednesday is our most popular street food night. And this is where we actually invite local vendors from outside of the hotel to come in and give our guests and whoever else wants to come, it's very popular with the locals as well, a chance to try all the local food that they possibly can in one night in the comfort of a hotel, in the comfort of a restaurant. And this night we also have a very popular live band come, people get dancing, and it's like a party night. And then on Thursday, we have our chocolate night. So you get your chocolate themed dishes. Friday is our Mexican night. So we call this Fiesta Friday. There's Latin music, Latin dancers, Mexican dishes. We got nachos, tacos, molcajetes, if any of you know what that is, fajitas. So yeah, my mom's Mexican, so she inspired this night. Then Saturday, we have our barbecue night with a buffet. And then on Sunday, we do on the grill with live pasta dishes, as well as a buffet. So we have something every night. There's also live entertainment 5 nights a week. We do steel pan, bands on Friday, acoustic singing on Saturday, bands on Sunday. So you'll have tons of entertainment here at the Dodgy Duck. So our rum shop is our poolside bar that I mentioned earlier. We call it the rum shop because, you know, in the Caribbean, you always find these little shacks on the side of the road and people call them rum shops. They sit there and they drink rum. So we have a rum shop at the hotel. It's on by the beach pool. They serve mixed drinks, cocktails, and it's open every day from 11 a.m. to actually 7 p.m. We've changed that recently. So you get an extra hour. Then we also opened during the pandemic, actually, this was an innovation of the pandemic. We have a House of Chocolate bakery on property. So you have your fresh cakes, cookies, breads. I mean, you name it, they make it. They specialize in ice creams. The nutmeg and chocolate ice creams are to die for. And they're open every day besides Sunday until 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we have some value-added activities. We are doing rum and chocolate tasting, cooking classes every 2 weeks, and we have a daily yoga schedule, so you can actually get yoga. You can actually do yoga at least once a day, sometimes twice a day, and they do have classes for all levels. We have guided water sports, and then we also do complimentary beach transfers. Here's a map of the beaches that we do transfers to. So the most popular one is our Grenada beach, which is an amazing 2-kilometer long beach, white sand, beautiful. We do daily beach shuttles there, BBC Beach as well, which is just on the other side of Grenada Beach. And then by request, we can drop you to Aquarium Beach or our True Blue Beach, which is just down the road from our hotel. We do these beach transfers in our electric beach shuttle, which you can see on the bottom right. So you don't have to worry about putting out all those carbon emissions, because this bus is actually charged via solar power. So, all right, a bit more about our yoga studio. It's an open air treetop yoga studio. The teachers specialize in Hatha Flow, Yin Yoga. You can read their meditation, Reiki infused therapeutic yoga. I mean, you name it, one of the teachers is gonna do it. And they can do classes up to about 20 people. So it's perfect for large retreats as well. Then in our spa, we have our Blue Haven Spa, which is also a treetop spa, not open air though. They do all the massages under the sun, sports, relaxing massages. They do hot stone massages. They do the foot therapy, manicures, pedicures, facials, body scrubs, soaks. They also specialize in chocolate treatments because, as I've mentioned a few times, we love chocolate in Grenada. So they have an array of chocolate treatments, chocolate soaks, chocolate scrubs, chocolate facial. You can eat it. I know some of you were going to ask. So romance and weddings. We do have a personal wedding planner on property who will help take care of any wedding needs that a person might have. So that includes arranging the ceremony, booking the honeymoon suite. We also have a bunch of honeymoon activities that people can book while on property. On the bottom right, you can see that's our honeymoon suite. It's actually one of the waterfront suites that look out into the ocean. Super romantic. They can do couples treatments at our spa, or like a special yoga meditation just to, connect better, sunset sail, or fun activities. If they're adventurous, we got tons of fun activities in Grenada. So just a summary of some of our resort facilities. We have 4 pools. We have 2 children's playgrounds because we are a family-friendly resort. We have guided water sports. We also have an on-site dive shop, Aquanauts dive shop. So if you have divers, this is a really good dive operation. We do on-site car rentals. We have our rum shop. We also have a small conference room that can hold about 30 people, theater style. We have a 24-hour front desk, concierge service. Hot breakfast is included in all room rates. We do room service, our daily beach shuttles, laundry service. We also have a small boutique and convenience store. So if you forgot something to pack something, we got you. We have our spa, yoga studio, our bakery / ice cream shop. All rooms have kitchens and kitchenettes. We also are a wheelchair accessible resort. You can get pretty much everywhere except the spa in a wheelchair, which we're working on. And there is free Wi-Fi, free parking, and we do airport pickups or transfers, and also can help you book island tours through our concierge service. A bit about our dive shop. As I said, Aquanauts, they actually have 4 dive boats. They can take quite a lot of people out. I think they're the best dive operation on the island. If you have divers interested in coming to Grenada, they're right on property. They do valet diving. Your rooms are just 1 to 5 minute walk to the dive shop. So if you have people who want to dive every single day, this is the place. And they also do learn to dive facilities. So if you want to learn how to dive, they can do that. And a few adventures in Grenada that I've spoken about. We have our chocolate factories. We also have a crater lake. We have the first underwater sculpture park in Grenada. You can sail on one of the original Carriacou built wooden boats. So they built it in the island of Carriacou. We have over 40 beaches. We are also considered the wreck capital of the Caribbean shipwrecks. So you can go and snorkel some, but mostly dive them if you're interested in seeing shipwrecks. And then we also have turtle watching, river tubing, 18 waterfalls that they discovered. They're always discovering more. Kayak tours, day sailing, ATVing, bird watching, yacht chartering, dinghy tours. The list goes on. Sulphur Springs, you can see on the bottom left, we have someone just relaxing in the hot sulphur spring. And then our chocolate. So we actually have a chocolate festival happening. This year, it's actually May 17th to 23rd. So if you're interested in sending any clients down, you can. We have I think it's 6 days packed schedule, and it's actually rum and chocolate this year. So you can learn a bit about rum on the island and all the rum factories, and as well as the chocolate. And that is it from me. Thank you very much.
Super. Thank you very much, Renata. So we're now going to move over to the island of Tobago. We've got Stephen. Stephen, hello.
Hello there. Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm still thinking about that that food that I just saw just then, which has obviously reminded me of how hungry I am. But bear with me a few seconds whilst I share my screen. And of course, the presentation isn't up and running when you want it to be. Please bear with me. Okay, right. Hopefully everyone can see this nice and clearly. I'm going to start off with, I mean, for people who've heard my presentations before, you'll know that, you know, I try to be very detailed with the information I give. I'm going to do something slightly different with this presentation. So this is a new one, and I'm going to take you on a little bit of a journey around Tobago. I'm going to try and focus on some of the key little points and key things that happen in those certain areas. But to start off with, as always, I'd like to start off with a nice little video to get you into the vibe and feel of what Tobago is all about. Give me that, and then I do that.
It's only when I go abroad and I see what is out there and I come back and I measure against what is here. There is no comparison to beauty.
Some writings of our history, it is said that Christopher Columbus called it Bella Fauna, meaning beautifully formed.
Natural, beautiful, peaceful. Yes, I get emotional. That's why I'm here.
One of the fascinating things about nature, there is always something new, and especially in the tropics where there's such wide diversity, persons can experience and have the awe associated with some of the beaches we have, aquatic life we have, some of the fascinating birds we have within a day, within a short period of time.
You have the Caribbean Sea on one side, you have the Atlantic Ocean on the other side. On our doorstep, a fringe reef that wraps around the entire area. You have this huge amount of biodiversity and you know, liveliness of the entire water that surrounds the island. We also do bioluminescent nighttime tours, which are like an escape into the deep, dark secrets of this, you know, glowing phenomenon. It's like this almost cosmic effect. It's just something to be seen.
I know everybody in the village. and everybody know me. That is the nice thing about here.
Tobago is used to the extended family. There was always a grandmother, aunt, uncle. There was always love.
We eat and we drink, we laugh, and everything together.
Tobago, in one word to me, beautiful. Beautiful place to live. It gives me great pleasure to be in Tobago and do what I do.
The sunsets here are hardly bar none, some of the nicest I've seen.
I would describe Tobago of one of the clean, serene, and the best place that anyone could come. Be easy, be happy, and have a good time. There is nothing to compare to.
This little dot called Tobago exists, and come visit.
Yes, indeed. Come visit. Very, very beautiful. I always smile when I see that. Always smile when I see that. So, getting to Tobago, the first thing is, how do we get to Tobago? British Airways operates twice a week. It says via Antigua. I believe that service is going to be changed to via St. Lucia later on this year. This is classed as a direct service, as you guys are fully aware. You do just touch down. Your clients do not disembark. You stay on the aircraft, and then you fly on to Tobago. And then there's a service to Port of Spain in Trinidad. And again, there's no stopping anywhere. That service goes directly to Port of Spain. Then you can change and hop onto a 20-minute Skybridge service, they call it, on Caribbean Airlines. That will take you down to Tobago. So lots of different opportunities, lots of different ways of getting to Tobago from London. Now, the island itself is only 25 miles from point to point by 7 on its widest point. Okay, it's about 65,000 people who actually live on this island. It only takes about an hour and a half from the airport down here in the southwest all the way up to Speyside up there on the northeast coast of Tobago. Two sides, obviously, as you can see, you've got the Atlantic coast down here, and then you have the Caribbean coast up here. So what I'm going to do now, just after I've just introduced the island, I'm going to take you on a little bit of a trip around the island. We start off with the southwest coast. Now, down in this area here, where my arrow is pointing, is a town area called Crown Point. Now, if you want any nightlife, you want some activities, particularly on a Friday and a Saturday night, music, dancing, that's the place to be. On a Sunday night up here in Baku, we have our street party every single Sunday called Sunday School. So again, over that weekend period, you need to be down in this southwest area if you want to party. Also, just north of Crown Point is an area called Pigeon Point Heritage Park, which is this area here. So if you have any clients or you have any interest at all in your kite surfing, your windsurfing, water sports, beach parties, then this is the area that you need to be in. And obviously there's no restriction on particular days for that. That's throughout every day, 7 days a week, if you wish. This area is also the area where you leave just about here to go across there. And that will take you to the Bonaccord Lagoon, which is where we have our bioluminescence experience. So again, from something as vigorous as kite surfing, windsurfing, partying, to something as genteel and unique as the bioluminescence. That happens throughout the year when the moon is at its lowest, because obviously we need it dark. And yes, your interaction, you interact with the bioluminescence, it's absolutely spectacular. So that's down in the southwest area. Obviously, we've got the airport down here as well. So that's your main gateway. But this sound area is here. Area down here is great for partying as well as water sports and those sort of activities. We journey for a little bit up the coast. Now, these areas here are where you'll find a lot of our beach resort properties. Mount Irving, Stonehaven Bay, Great Corlin Bay, and in effect, I know you've got this gorgeous image of a leatherback turtle. Leatherback turtles, green sea turtles, hawksbills, they nest all across this northern Caribbean coast in particular. Okay, the reason why I highlight it for this area is where you have this is where the resorts are. So this is where you're more likely to see them of an evening and be called out at 2 o'clock in the morning to go and revel in the spectacle of these gorgeous animals. So yes, beautiful resorts, Also areas for sort of more genteel water sports. Mount Irvine Bay does have kite surfing, windsurfing, and surfboard surfing as well in Mount Irvine Bay. But yes, lots of resorts in this area, all leading up to Plymouth, the second town. We also have a couple of golf resorts down here in this area here. So down in the southern western tip is pretty much where you have your action for Tobago, which means, whoopsie daisy, which means as we journey further up the coast, you come to areas such as Castara Bay, which is this area here, Englishman's Bay, which is here, Palais Touvier here. These are authentic, unspoilt, down-to-earth villages. Yeah, Castara Bay, Palais Touvier, Bloody Bay, those are unspoilt, authentic villages where the fishermen are coming in every single day, pulling in their nets, pulling the seine, as they call it. On both of these beaches, you can see it. There are no resorts on Palais Touvier, no resorts. Over here, there are a couple of self-catering accommodation and some villas up in the hills, but that is it. In Castara, there's a couple of small boutique hotel properties, but that is it. No resort areas at all once you've moved away from that southern western tip. And then of Englishman's Bay, this beautiful, gorgeous stretch of beach, there's absolutely no accommodation at all. There's one hut, which is halfway along in the middle here somewhere, where they have a restaurant, they have a gift shop, and that is it. That is it. So, you know, the beauty of pulling away from that southern western coast and journeying around Tobago is for that authentic Caribbean, the unspoiled, untouched experience. You want your Robinson Crusoe experience, then definitely this northern coast area will satisfy that. Let us journey on. Now, diving. This area here, there's a small little town or small little village. Let me get rid of this thing. This thing's in my way. Small little village called Charlottesville, which is absolutely perfect for scuba diving. So we have fantastic diving all around this coast here. We have great diving down in the southwest as well, but particularly gorgeous around this northern coast. The largest known brain coral is in this area here, which is Speyside. Up in Charlottesville, they have a research facility where their focus is very much on coral rehabilitation and replanting efforts of the corals, which is, again, absolutely amazing. Amazing dive sites all around this area here, incredible walls, drifts, crystal clear waters, incredible clarity. That's difficult to say. And of course, if you spot, look there, right there, look very carefully at that image there, that's actually me on a dive back in 2019. So I always like to get this shot in just to show you that the clarity is actually amazing and the corals are incredibly rich. So for divers, yes, Tobago is a superb dive option. And down in this southern western area here is where we'll find a lot of the learner, beginner dive sites, not particularly deep. We do have a couple of wrecks down here, and there's a few wall dives down here, but for the more demanding divers and more experienced, then they will definitely want to be up in this northeastern area. Let us journey round a little bit more. And that takes us to the center of the island. We've come round and we've gone up from Roxburgh to the center of the island. The center of the island is the Main Ridge Forest Reserve, the oldest protected rainforest in the Western Hemisphere. This forest rainforest is actually UNESCO listed, okay, since 1776. So in a couple of years, it'll be 250 years since it was first proclaimed as a reserved area, a protected area. Now, at the bottom right, you'll have us a fam trip where we are taking a journey through the rainforest. And as you can see, it's easily accessible with well-defined paths. And you can notice also that we're stopping every few minutes. There's a stop because the guide is stopping and showing us what the amazing rainforest has to offer. Over 260 different species of birds live in and around Tobago. We have actually 6 different species of hummingbird alone in Tobago. And then around the fringe of the Main Ridge, we have 6 easily accessible rainforests. We have several more which are actually in the heart of the rainforest, not that easily accessible, but we have 6 which are easily accessible, highlighting the most popular one and the most famous one, which is the Argyle Falls, which has 3 tiers of waterfalls with a pool underneath each tier, which you can take a sort of nice gentle dip in. I say gentle, it is quite invigorating, which means cold to everyone else. But yes, it's refreshing, it's something unique, it's something quite different. Also on the fringe here, you could just about make out the Tobago cocoa estate. I know that you were just, there was just a description about the cocoa available over in Grenada, but we also have our own unique and amazing chocolate, which is produced from our cocoa estate. So yes, lots of different elements which make up the forest being an attractive and gorgeous place to visit. Even if you're not interested in bird watching, even if you're not interested in the nature side of it, just being in the rainforest is an experience in itself. So yes, the main core of the island is the rainforest with several different waterfalls that you can access in around the fringes of the rainforest. There's also walking sites around the northern tip and again through the center of the island here, but that's kind of a little bit of a journey into the rainforest from that northwestern area. And then we take you down to the final area, which is this area down in the south, and this is the capital, Scarborough. And any of you guys up in the north, yes, we have our own Scarborough. We have our own Plymouth and we have our own Scarborough. The Scarborough is the capital. It's the home to Fort King George, which overlooks the town of Scarborough here. It has the museum, the Tobago Museum, which obviously is historical, factual, very, very interesting. It actually takes you back to the Indians who actually lived on the islands before the Tobagonians came over, or the people came over to popularize their islands. So yes, very, very fascinating, great history, shopping galore in Scarborough. And also, if you remember from the video that I just showed you, you have Miss Sardina from the Blue Crab. Her restaurant is also here. I mean, with regards to dining, she has a fantastic array of amazing food, including the local dish of Tobago, which is crab and dumplings, but there's also fine dining there. If you wanted a place to have lobster, if that's your thing, that shellfish, then Tobago has it in abundance, and it's not particularly expensive in Tobago either. Yes, we do have some fine dining, but we have some amazing street food. So yes, that in itself is a little bit of a journey around Tobago. I didn't want to make this too long, too convoluted. I hope that gives you an idea of the variety of various things that you can see and do around Tobago. One key thing is to focus on the fact that majority of these activities and majority of these experiences are natural. They're all part and parcel of nature. So yeah, that is it. I think that, yes, that's it for the presentation. One thing to point out, we do have an online training course, tobago101specialist.co.uk. We do have a rewards program, which was halted for a little while, but it started up again last November. So please, any bookings you book at tobagorewards.com earns pounds. So please record all your bookings, and that, I believe, is it.
Super, thank you very much, Stephen. So another great presentation there. We've got a couple of questions that have been answered already. A lot of people have been asking for Victoria's book. She'd popped her email address in chat, but I will send it out tomorrow anyway. You just need to drop her an email to request the book. Okay. Marguerite's asked Stephen, where is the cruise port located?
The cruise port is down in Scarborough. That's where the cruises come into. But I mean, historically, I mean, I know for a fact that we don't have any super large cruises. It is only the smaller cruise ships that come into Tobago. So yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so if everybody can go to chat for me and just make sure that your drop down says everyone, what we're going to do now is we're going to ask you all a question. So I've got Victoria's because she's had to leave early. She had another meeting and we'd run over a little bit. So let me just grab her question now. So in chat, the first person with the fastest finger with the correct answer will get 10 entries into the spin to win. So Victoria's question was, what is the name of the spa at S Hotel? And this is an easy one. Yep. Emma, you as the first person, it's the Irie Spa. Emma Wren, perfect. Donovan.
Yes, my question is, how many attractions are available in Jamaica for our guests?
Okay, so it seems like everybody's saying 170. Is that correct?
It's 170.
Okay, perfect. So Greg, you was the fastest finger with the correct answer. Renata.
Hi, yes. So my question is, what is the most popular theme night at Dodgy Dock? At our Dodgy Dock restaurant.
Oh, it's a big variety here. So we've
Shall I
got
say-
chocolate,
Nope.
Mexican,
No.
street food.
Yes, street food is correct.
All right. Just writing that one down. That was ultimate travel. Thank you, Renata, for that. And last but not least, Stephen.
My question is, how many different bird species can be seen in and around my beautiful islands of Tobago?
Okay, so we've got a mixture again here.
Yes. Interesting.
So the first answer was 260.
And that is correct. That's what I said. It's over 260, but 260 is spot on.
Brilliant. So that's Norman.
Norman Friday.
Super. A big thank you to everybody. I know we've run over today, but there has been a lot of really interesting information for you. So you've hopefully all learned a lot. And thank you to Stephen, Donovan, Renata, Maxine, and also to Victoria. Great presentations. These guys are completely trade friendly. They want to work with you. Keep sending your bookings their way. If you've got any further questions, I will do a follow-up with a copy of the recording. Just reach out to them and let them know if they can help you anyway to secure a sale. They'll try their hardest for you. So a big thank you, everybody, and we will see you all next week.
Au revoir. Salut.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.